In your rap career, you have created tracks with a lot of great rappers and musicians.
Yeah.
Who were some of your favorites?
Well, you know, I had a lot of fun with a lot of artists like, you know, Redman and Method Man. We had some classics and DMX. And,
Yeah.
But the person that I had the most fun with, you know, may he rest in peace. The songs actually were never released, but I did quite a few songs with the King of Pop, Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
You know what I mean? The songs never came out, but I had a lot of fun in the studio. It was crazy. Like one time we was in the studio and, you know, I said, Mike, you know, in The Smooth Criminal, how'd you lean forward like that? And I was sitting at the, like a baby grand piano. I'm sitting on the, you know, on a chair, and he was like sitting up on the piano like this, you know what I mean? And he was like, oh, well, I said, how did you lean forward? He said, well, you know, we had a Swami come in and, you know, we did a special thing and he did a ritual and he leaned forward and we all leaned forward together. I was like, really? He was like, no, silly. Yo, Mike was funny. Like one time, and I never told nobody this, and excuse the vulgarity of it but it's late, so it's cool. You know, one time I said, you know, I was sitting there, we were in his office. I said, Mike, you know, I gotta pass gas. He said, what? He said, what? I said, Mike, I gotta fart. He said, you gotta what? I said, I have to fart. He said, well, go ahead then. I went, he went, and then, hold on, but this is when it gets funny. I love it, but this is when it gets funny. So he gets on the phone, right? I said, oh man, I would love some ice cream. He says, really? He says, okay, hold on a second. Hello? Yes. Hey, guess what LL did? He ordered some ice cream. yo, Mike was a trip. Oh, man. Yo, let me tell you something. Working with Michael was like the most amazing part of my life. I respect him so much, love him so much.
It's special too. It's special to have.
It's incredible.
It's special to have in your heart.
Yeah, it's amazing. He was amazing. He was amazing. You know, it's funny how, you know, when people are alive, we take things for granted, but when they go, we have a tendency to remember the simple things. He was a really good guy, you know what I'm saying? You know, was, you know, very humble, you know. I mean, he had attained a level of success that we could only dream of, and he was so humble and, you know, just a really good guy, you know, and I think taught more lessons through actions than even verbal messages, you know what I'm saying? He was just a really good guy, you know. You could feel the authenticity and the humility. I think Mike was aware of his power. I think Mike was aware of the place that he held within in society and as an entertainer. I mean, he was so big that he literally had to speak in a whisper to make people comfortable. I mean, that's pretty big. One thing Mike did help me realize and make me realize is how much art affects people, you know, and how important art is. When you think about artists and the contribution that they make to society, it really is truly amazing because the work really does outlive the artist, especially, and when it's really incredible work, people always remember it and cherish it. Thriller was absolutely his Mona Lisa. Collaborating with him was incredible because before we did anything, he would sit there and play a lot of music for me. You know, so he's playing the music, he's dancing around the studio, it's just me and him. It was amazing just watching him, how much passion he had for the music, how excited he was about the projects. I mean, he really was excited about what he was doing. I mean, you know, there was a lot of passion, there was a lot of energy. It was just amazing, you know. It was deep. I hope people remember him as a guy who shared his gifts and talents, and through sharing his gifts and talents, he was rewarded with more gifts and then shared those gifts. I think the answer to everything that happened in Mike's life is his legacy. And his legacy and the feeling that he's left the world with is joy, love, happiness, peace, friendship, unity, people coming together, people feeling healed, people rallying around this one human being's soul and how it affected and touched so many. Every great painting, if you put it under a microscope, probably has a few little nicks and scratches. Doesn't mean it's not a masterpiece.